It is 6 a.m. I went pee when I woke up and I took my retainers out. I'm putting them in cleaning solution now. I think it's almost time for a new toothpaste. Ow! Okay, let's go wake up my puppy. He is such a sleepy guy, he's not gonna want to get up. Oh, he must be in the living room. Joy to you look so cozy, baby. Good morning. Hi, mister. Are you sleepy? Oh. Hi. You don't have to get up yet, Bubbles. Ooh, it's nice and warm in there. It's nice and warm in there. Wanna go hide? Okay. I know it's cold. Do you want your coat? Oh, there you go, cutie. You look great, babe. Yeah, that's very handsome. Oh my gosh, it's cold. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my winter arc. If you're new to my channel, my name's Rebecca and welcome to today's video. This is basically me getting my life together. We had a wedding almost a month ago, and since then I just have been so out of routine, and honestly the month leading up to the wedding I wasn't in a routine either. So I am a person who thrives on a routine and I need to get back into it for my own sanity. I have been struggling so much lately with finding a routine. It feels like my days control me instead of me being in control of my days. And I know that's because I haven't sat down and set goals and made a routine, and I'm really blessed that my husband and I are very similar in this way. He's actually not home right now. He got up at 5 and he told me he'd be back at like 7:45, so he'll be home in like an hour. So the house feels so quiet. I'm glad I have Rascal. But he went to the gym and he went to morning prayer at our church. Man, I've been struggling to wake up early. I still wake up early. I will be getting up at like 7:30, 7:45, but that's when my husband leaves for work. We would roll out of bed right before he has to leave because for some reason the two of us are so tired, and we're going to bed at 10. So there's really no need for us to be that tired. I'm not sure what's going on with daylight savings time. I have got to get a routine in place to beat that seasonal depression because it's real. I'm gonna go more in depth about my routines, but I just wanted to give a little intro. Got up at 6 this morning. Right now I'm gonna make myself some tea, and I'm gonna put creatine in my tea. I like to mix my powdered supplements into something warm so that it dissolves and I don't taste it. So I'm gonna put this in tea because I don't want to drink a coffee this early, and also if I were to start drinking a coffee right now I probably wouldn't finish it. So we're gonna make a tea. Rip. In my personal opinion, one of the ways to beat the seasonal depression and also enjoy waking up early is cosifying everything and romanticizing it. So the next thing on my list is I'm gonna read. One of my goals is to read morning and night to help me finish more books and kind of force me out of a reading slump. Even if it's one page, just getting into the habit of doing that. And I'm gonna read multiple books at once. I'm reading Crooked Kingdom. That series is phenomenal, Six of Crows. I'm reading that at night. It's a very intense series and it takes me longer to read the pages because there's a lot going on. So I'm gonna be reading The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore. I haven't read any of her books, but I think you can tell from the cover that they're not going to be very intense. So I'm going to read this by the Christmas tree with my creatine tea. That's another one of my winter arc goals, is consistently taking my supplements, one of which is creatine. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. I was watching a video the other day about waking up early, and he was saying, if you don't like waking up early, why, when you wake up early, is the first thing you're doing going to the gym? Like, if you don't like doing either of those things and you're trying to do two birds in one stone by waking up early and going to the gym, it's not going to be sustainable because you're getting up and you're doing something you don't want to do and you already don't want to be getting up. He was basically saying if you want to start waking up earlier, incentivize that. And I actually like going to the gym and waking up early, but I don't like doing the two of them together. And I can never actually sustain doing that because I dread it when I have to go first thing in the morning. So this is me incentivizing waking up early and also getting to stay in bed and do my devotional. That helps me because, you know, it's cold outside of your bed. I don't want to be out of my bed. I'm actually going to start reading now. I just finished the third chapter and I think it's a good stopping point. I read 30 pages. To give you a brief synopsis of this book, the female main character, Hazel, works at the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, which is in a place on Dream Harbor, which is like a New England town. And she's worked at this bookstore since she was a sophomore in high school, and she's turning 30 this year, and she's starting to feel like she hasn't lived any life and that her life has always been the same. And the male main character, his name is Noah, is like this rugged fisherman guy who gets with lots of women and is always changing, but he has a crush on her and she thinks he's cute but thinks he would never like her, and she keeps getting these weird clues and they're gonna agree to go on a scavenger hunt together. This is definitely gonna be an easy read, so I'm excited about that. I hope that it gets more fall though, because right now it's set in like the end of July and I am wanting Christmas vibes. She has two Christmas books, The Christmas Tree Farm and The Gingerbread Bakery, so I might need to get those. What is next on our list? Breakfast, which is good because I am feeling hungry. So let's go find something to eat. My eating habits are another thing that have been really bad. Recently, I just like do not prioritize eating, which is not good, obviously. Breakfast is so important. The supplements, I think, are a good way to incentivize me to eat breakfast because a lot of them you can't take on an empty stomach. So like I literally have to eat something. So I'm gonna eat one of these yogurts. I love these. This is the strawberry flavor, but I also like the mixed berry. And then I'm gonna make some eggs, just one or two, and some toast. Breakfast, so now I'm gonna take the rest of my supplements. This Halo Beauty Clear Glowing Skin Kiwi Seed Booster. Then we have magnesium. It's a horse pill. Last we have fish oil. I really need to get some vitamin D, especially now with the time change. That's the lineup for today. Now I'm gonna go into like a chore period. This is another area where I feel like I've been so slacking because I'm waking up so late that like by the time I get up, John goes to work, which he did leave for work, by the way, I don't do chores. I just have to go straight into the rest of my day. So usually there's always dishes left in the sink when I need to start cooking dinner, which I hate, or I never do the laundry, or the house is a mess. I don't know. And it's just because I don't have enough time to do everything I need to do. So now I'm gonna quickly do some chores. I unloaded the dishwasher already. I just need to unload our drying rack, load the dishes from this morning. I need to make the bed, and then I'm gonna make a coffee and do my skincare and talk to you more in depth about what my specific winter arc goals are. So let's do it. Firstly say before I jump into the goals, the importance of preparing. If you're gonna start like a quote-unquote winter arc, or you just want to implement new habits, you have to prepare. Essentially, the week we got back from our honeymoon, my husband and I both were like, all right, this is the week, didn't happen. All right, this is the week, didn't happen. Okay, this is the week for real, didn't happen. And it's because we weren't preparing. We were just saying like, yeah, we're gonna do this, but we didn't write down or plan out what that was gonna look like, which means it never actually happened. Last night we took about an hour and a half each to write down what our goals are gonna look like, what our routine in the morning is gonna look like. We got some chores done. I took an everything shower, and I just mentally prepared myself, which is why I think we were both able to actually get up and get going today. And I wanted to show you the stuff that I use in my everything shower. I also blow dried my hair. I'm a night shower, which means a lot of times once I shower, I actually just am too lazy to blow dry my hair, so I end up sleeping on it wet, but I actually blow dried it last night, so that was nice. But I want to show you the products that I used in my everything shower, because I've gotten some new stuff, and this is another thing where I think you have to romanticize things in the winter. So everything showers are romanticized into like spa nights in the winter. I only wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week in the winter. In the summer, because you're swimming and you're outside and you're sweating, you have to wash it more. I also have dry skin, dry hair, so it just doesn't get greasy as fast, but I just don't wash it every time I shower. When I wash my hair, I double shampoo. Most of the hair stuff I use was given to me by my mother-in-law, who has the best hair, so I trust her. So this is the first shampoo I use when I shower, the Orlando Pita Argan Gloss shampoo. It smells super good, feels super hydrating, so I use this, rinse it out, and then I go in with this bad boy, which I have no idea how to pronounce, and it also feels really hydrating. Love it. This is my second shampoo. And then I use the premium treatment as conditioner, and I really focus this just on like the bottom half of my hair, and I let this sit. And while it's sitting, I do my body care. So I'll exfoliate. I just got this Dove exfoliator, and it smells so heavenly. It's like vanilla cashmere. It smells so good. And this is another new body wash I've been using. It's the EOS Cashmere Body Wash in Coconut Waters. I wanted a different smell, but they didn't have it, so I got the Coconut Waters, and it still smells really good. Gosh, this lighting is so yellow in this bathroom. After I've done my body care, then I rinse out my conditioner, but I like to let it sit kind of like a mini hair mask. And I just started using this. It's a body oil. I use it right when I get out of the shower after I've dried off a little bit, but my skin's still a little wet. It's from House of Balance. It's their Body Slow oil serum. Man, it smells so good. It's very subtle and like slightly masculine. I love it. It would be such a good Christmas gift, I think. The last thing I do is moisturize with a lotion my whole body. And then this is what I've been using for that. It's that same EOS Cashmere line. My bridesmaids got me this on my wedding. It smells so good. Now I'm gonna do my skincare and tell you guys what my actual goals are. I broke it down into categories. So the first one I did was health/lifestyle. One of the biggest ones is me getting consistent at working out again. So my goal is to go to the gym or work out 4 days a week at a minimum. I am gonna go to the gym today. Typically, I think I'll be going around mid-morning. Today's gonna look a little different because I'm dog sitting and they have a home gym and they said that I could use it. So I'm just gonna do that when I go over to dog sit this evening. Like I've been saying, I wanna wake up early. My goal is to wake up at 6 a.m. 5 days a week. So we're on day 1. and it's going great so far. I want to be consistently taking my supplements and creatine to get out of my book slump and to prioritize reading. I'm going to do it morning and night every single day, even if it's just one page. This is a big one. I'm going to do no phone before 9 a.m. or after 9 p.m. I started doing this in the summer. Since my job is literally making content, it can be really difficult to turn off your work brain. Also, aside from my work being social media, waking up and checking my notifications first thing, which I don't have social media notifications on, so it's just like texts, emails, stuff like that. It really works up my nervous system. There's really no reason why I need to be checking it before 9 or after 9 because that disrupts my morning and my night routine. In the past, I would say 2 to 3 weeks, I have found myself becoming very victim to doom scrolling. This is something I try to watch really carefully, also because I work on social media. So sometimes I can be like, well, I have to be on social media more because it's my job, when really you don't. So one of my goals is to create as much as you consume, which means I shouldn't be opening a social media app unless I have plans to post something, which will help with work and also with my mental health and not wasting my days away scrolling. And something I started doing back in the beginning of September that I have gotten off of since the wedding is doing a Sabbath on Sundays, which for me looks like no social media. I definitely still use it less on Sundays, but I just have gotten out of my routine. And so I want to get back into no social media on Sundays. Also, something I'm doing now is content planning with work and then grad school and then personal life stuff. I always can feel kind of frazzled and like I'm falling behind and confused on what I should be posting. And so to help with that and to help with my ability to disconnect from it on Sundays, I think content planning is a good strategy for me to have guided direction instead of waking up every day and trying to think of ideas of what to post. So every Sunday sitting down and planning out all of my content for the week will really help, I think. Spiritual goals is to do my daily devotional and Bible reading, which my plan for that is to do just as I did this morning and have that be the first thing I'm doing when I wake up every single day before I'm getting out of bed. Not only is that going to help me to wake up early, but it's going to help me not push it off. Some financial goals that I have is to use our budget app. I talked about this a little bit in my last YouTube video, but we use the Dave Ramsey Every Dollar budgeting app. We pay for the subscription and everything, but we got out of the habit of actually using it to track our income and our expenses and what we're spending. I want to get disciplined at using that again. Also, cooking at home as much as possible. I pretty much cook at home a lot anyway, but we definitely have gotten out of the habit cooking as much. And like I said, I just have not been as consistent as I need to be at eating. Overall, I just want to reduce my spending, which picked kind of a hard month with the holidays coming up, but I think we'll be able to do it. I think a lot of it is about mindfulness and intentionality and being like, do I really need to do that? Do I really want that? And then some miscellaneous goals. The first one is to eat at the kitchen table. Eating at the kitchen table instead of in front of the TV, I think is just way healthier for husband and wife relationship, especially because we're apart all day doing our own things, so that we can come together, connect, talk to each other, and not just veg in front of the TV all night, which I love a good TV binging session. But there are more important things, and I don't want to prioritize watching TV over talking to my husband, which leads into my second one of only watching 1 to 2 episodes of TV a night max, because there are just better, more fulfilling things I could do with my time. And unfortunately, streaming services and just our accessibility to mass quantities of everything makes binging really easy, and it's not really the most productive thing. Third one is getting ready daily. I only have class in person 2 days a week, and my work is online from home, which means it's really easy for me to stay in my PJs all day long with no repercussions, which I love, but I think it makes me less productive. So I want to be doing my makeup, doing my hair, and getting dressed, even if it's literally in sweatpants and a t-shirt, just as long as I'm changing out of my PJs to set myself up like I'm going to work, and I think I will do better work. And the last one is doing as many dog walks as we can. I really want to get as many as we can in before it gets too cold to go. Those are my winter arc goals. My camera is dying, so I'm gonna go plug it in, and I'm gonna do my makeup and get dressed for the day. I'll talk to you guys when my camera has more battery. Hello again. Let me show you my outfit. I'm feeling very business professional in a good way. I need a better place to show you guys outfits. I have nowhere in this house. Here, perhaps? Well, you can't really see the bottom. They're really flowy brown pants that I got at the thrift store. I love them, they're so comfy. my slippers. And then this blue tank top is from Marshalls or TJ Maxx, I believe. I'm about to make my coffee though. I think I'll put some collagen peptides in there. Collagen peptides are something I would love to consistently take, but these, unlike creatine, really do have a flavor and I hate it. But I can get away with it when I mix it in my steamed milk and my coffee. The only issue is I don't drink a warm latte every day. Sometimes I want it iced and it just doesn't dissolve the same in an iced coffee. And I am notorious for not drinking my entire cup of coffee. So I don't know how much good it does because I don't drink the whole thing. Regardless, we're gonna try it this morning. We used all of our like holiday sampler syrups. So back with pumpkin pie coffee today. I don't know what flavor I want to get for the winter time. My husband loves a peppermint mocha, so maybe I'll get the full-size peppermint and then chocolate sauce. And now I'm gonna start my homework for the day. Every Monday, the first thing I do is make a list of all of the homework that I have due this week. And then I go and I break that down by class. So I'll write what class it is, what's due that week. And then I make a second schedule, which is Monday through Friday, and what homework I'm gonna do what day. Waiting for this to cool down so that I can try it with you guys. She's pretty. Let's see if I can get past the collagen peptide taste. Oh, that is a good one. Now I just need to not let it sit here and actually drink it. Okay, back to work. I'm probably gonna work until 12 or 12:30, so chat soon. It is 12:25, so I'm gonna stop and take my first break and make some lunch. I am still working on my coffee, but I'm almost done with it, so proud of myself. Also, I am always listening to ambiance while I'm doing homework, and so now I'm listening to Christmas jazz ambiance. Vibes are so high. I made this for dinner last night. It was so good, and it took me 30 minutes, and I made it all in one skillet. It was so easy. And it's healthy. It's an enchilada skillet, and there was enough for us to have leftovers. So this is what John's having for lunch, I'm having for lunch, and then we have one more, which he'll bring for lunch tomorrow. So that's what, 5 servings, because we each had one last night. Also, not gonna lie, I am fighting the urge to check my phone. It's made me realize how much I have gotten very comfortable doom scrolling because I kept wanting to reach for my phone while I was doing my homework. I didn't, so I was strong. Guys. Yeah, oh, my phone fell. Look at this. I don't know if that looks appetizing to you or not. This is like my dream. I'm very excited for this. It's so good and it reheats so well. Yum! Just read a hate comment. Actually a few. I set a 30-minute timer to edit my newest YouTube video, which I did, but it just sucks because it is so hard for me to do stuff with my day after I read stuff like that. It's really difficult for me to not let it fester. I am a person who feels things deeply. It was literally a comment from a person with 0 followers, 0 following. They made an account solely to come hate on me. That in itself rubs me the wrong way, which probably makes it harder for me to let go. But then I can say like, this isn't a regular normal person. 1, regular normal people don't say that, and 2, they don't make entire accounts to hate on someone they don't even want to follow, you know, when you could just scroll and not watch their content. But even telling myself that, it like doesn't make it not hurt. Sometimes it constantly feels like I'm like walking on eggshells trying to like be this perfect person online to avoid getting hate comments. And it's like literally no matter what, it's inevitable because I will post something and be like, there's no way someone will have something mean to say about this. And no matter what, there always is. And the shock factor like never goes away for me, and it sucks. And then a lot of times I feel like I have to hide this reaction that I have because they're like probably watching this right now satisfied that they're making me feel this way. So I'm like, no, I can't give them a reaction. I can't let them know I'm reacting, which then just feels so inhuman because what normal person doesn't get sad when people are mean? Like, it is normal to be sad when people are mean to you. And I don't expect everyone to love me, but I do expect people to just not engage with me if they don't like me, because that's what I do. When I don't like someone, I don't constantly stalk everything they do. And I feel so embarrassed, like sitting on here crying. But man, it totally gets to me. And I feel like it would be unauthentic of me to just move on with my day like I'm not feeling like this. I do so much to try to guard myself to not see things. Like, I limit the comments that I read, which I actually hate doing because so many people who watch me are so amazing and I want to be able to interact, but I'm scared, like truly scared, because I don't want to feel like this. Whenever I get anxious, it just, like, I feel like you can hear my heart beating right now. My hands go numb, they're freezing cold, and I get like the anxiety chills and I'm just shaking. Anyway, I have 3 more assignments to do, so I better get on that. Hi guys, brief intermission. This is me a week later. I have been kind of feeling unsettled about whether or not to include that clip in this video, but I am gonna leave it in there because that's literally how the day went, and I was recording a day in my life and that's just what happened that day. I did want to say it felt kind of faulty for me to post that now that it's been a week without telling you guys that I'm feeling a lot better. Dealing with hate comments is just part of posting on the internet, and it's something that will constantly be something I'm learning how to handle because there's really no solution to it. It's kind of just learning to come to terms with it. I'm a very introspective person, and I think hate comments have become so normalized to me dealing with it for a year that it has manipulated my brain, truly. Whereas when I first started getting them, I remember just thinking it was laughable because I had never dealt with it before. So I didn't give any value to those comments because I was just like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And then the longer that I am on the internet, the more of my identity I found in what I was posting. I basically had an epiphany this week that for a long time now, I have been posting things and then letting other people's comments influence how I process it or how I view myself. This week, I was reminded of how I used to respond when I got hate comments a year ago, and it wasn't something that was just a normal part of my everyday life. And I found them laughable because I was so sure of who I was that if you're saying something about me that I know is counter to my actual character, I don't care, because who are you to tell me who I am when you see 5% of my life? But after a year of listening to those voices, they were able to capture a hold of my mind more and have more power over me. And now I've realized, like, wait, I'm still the same me. I'm actually just getting better. And I just need to go back to that mindset. I'm always going to have struggles with it. That's kind of another thing of like, it's literally always an up and down. But I just need to remind myself, like, who cares if these weirdos on the internet who obsessively stalk me because they hate me so much, which like really just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you don't like someone, why are you my first view? Why do you stalk everything I do? And you're not even following me. You're just like looking me up every chance you get to see if I've posted something new. Believe what you want, because what you believe about me isn't true and it shouldn't really influence me like I've been letting it. So I think that's making me feel a lot better. I'm learning to separate myself from that and to not dwell or focus on that negative stuff, because I can't control how other people see me. And if you choose to see me for someone that I'm not gonna spend the energy to convince you otherwise, because I have too many amazing people in my life that I would rather pour my effort and energy into than trying to convince someone who I've never met and will never meet to like me, because I don't really care if you like me. I don't like everyone. You don't have to like everyone. You don't have to like me. And I don't have to give you my time and effort. Anyway, I just wanted to add this in because it felt fake of me to like leave that in when I feel like I've made more progress in this past week than I have in a while when it comes to learning how to deal with this part of sharing your life on the internet. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far, and there's a lot more to go, so keep enjoying. What are you doing? Do you know you're the best? You could definitely be an emotional support puppy. He's actually registered as an ESA. I love you. I was having a really great day. You know what though? Emotions fluctuate, and I'm not gonna let this like determine the course of the rest of my day. I'm gonna go lock in on some homework and we're gonna have a great rest of our day. Kind of fitting, my assignment that I've been working on is literally reading children's books about emotions. I have to make an annotated bibliography of children's books addressing a specific behavioral concern. I talked about this in my last video, but I'm finishing that. And so I just read a children's book. It's called Glad Monster, Sad Monster. It's actually an amazing book that that made me feel better. So we're on the up and up. Now I'm gonna do some reading for one of my classes. I only have 79 pages this week, which is a light week, believe it or not. I'm breaking it up between today and tomorrow. Today I have to read the epilogue of this book, Pragmatics of Human Communication, and then chapter 6 of Aesthetics of Change. So I'm gonna read these chapters and take some annotations. Also, I nervously picked off my nails, so these will all probably be gone by the end of this video. What did I tell you guys? It's an anxiety graveyard. But I'm not spending money, so that means I'm not getting my nails done again, which I'm okay with. I want my natural nails to be healthy. They look horrid right now, but they need a few days to recover from the trauma that is acrylic nails. Those were my wedding nails though, so I'm kind of sad. I have one more reading for the day. I should have started with my readings because my brain feels like mush at this point, and I'm reading and I'm like low-key dozing off, but we're gonna push through and then I'm gonna start dinner. This is so good.
Awesome.
I'd say that was a hit.
Oh yeah.
some dog sitting slash working out. I'm gonna be so sore tomorrow. That was fun though, but I need to go do that laundry. I poured it on our bed so that I don't have the choice to not do it, although I really don't want to because it's almost 9 and I'm so tired. But I think we're gonna put on The Office on one of our laptops while I do that. Taking my supplements now. Ugh. Just does not get easier. I'm gonna have to pee so much after that. It is gonna be a struggle to read tonight. I might need to amend that rule just to at least read once a day instead of morning and night, but for the sake of it, I'm gonna try to get at least 1 page read, but I'm gonna do my skincare. Okay guys, I have 1 bar left of battery. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, but I'm gonna go to bed soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're gonna finish our episode of The Office, put Rascal to bed, read a page of my book, and go to sleep. But thanks so much for watching. This was a really fun video to make, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Please let me know if you have any ideas of what kind of YouTube bless you, any ideas of videos you want me to make so that I can stay consistent. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.